What is going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I saw this tweet last night. I even responded to it on my Twitter. Let's go over here real quick. This is what I had to say in regards to what JemeIe HiII posted about Robert Kraft and about Robert Kraft basically going and getting 1.7 million masks from China to Boston on his private plane, right? Now that will be considered a good deed, right? It's a good deed that he's doing this. But of course, JemeIe HiII, because she's one of these woke Twitter activists who can't seem to let go of the fact that no one cares about this leftist narrative that has been pushed for the last couple of years. And she and others who have sacrificed their jobs to push these woke narratives are always looking for a reason to get on social media and talk about, Orange Man bad. I'm not saying I am a huge, Trump supporter. I'm not going to say that. But I'm a person who is looking at the situation that we are in, and I'm willing to say, you know what? Trump is trying to help get things in the right direction. You got other people who are close to Trump who are trying to help this situation and help better it for the people who are working on the front lines of it. I can give credit where credit is due, but obviously JemeIe HiII cannot. Now, for those of you who want to claim that this is not a big deal, there's a lot of websites that are writing about this. As a matter of fact, this was an article here from Fox News. And there are other articles as well that's been written on this. And this happened yesterday. Okay. You see the tweet from the Boston Globe. The Kraft family used the Patriots team plane to shuttle 1.7 million N95 masks from China to Boston. And she got on Twitter and said, "This is where I remind people that Robert Kraft is friends with Donald Trump and gave to his campaign. It's incredible the Kraft family is doing this, but hope they understand their money help empower their friend," whatever that means. What JemeIe HiII has to understand is there were a lot of people who contributed to his campaign. She might be working for people right now who may have contributed to it. I don't get this. We are in a situation where we all need to be on the same page. Doesn't mean we have to like each other, but at the end of the day, we all want to be able to get back to normalcy. And who cares, as I tweeted, whether he is cool with Trump or not? Who cares? There's a lot of people cool with Trump. A lot of these rappers who are now speaking out against him were friends with him, like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is one of the biggest detractors of Trump, but they were buddies. The dude had a TV show for years, The Apprentice, where he had numerous celebrities on there. But they want to push this narrative that everything Trump has done is bad. They only turned against him because he became a Republican and he was able to win the presidency. And he's been against the establishment and the lamestream media, and they use their celebrity drones, as I call them, or puppets, in order to go against him because they realize that he is not going to suck up to them and kiss their behinds. Okay. See here. We've done absolutely nothing to contribute. Please continue donating to our medical workers and first responders. We all need to support each other in this crisis, but most importantly, we must support those who are on the front lines of this fight. Now, I guess that's this video there. This is where people should remind you that at this point in time, who give a flying F. Blame can be assigned later. The focus now is getting the materials needed to the people who need it. I don't care if it's a Trump fan or a Bernie bro. If you help people stay safe now. She says it's not about blame, it's about consequences. And we always say later, and guess what? Later never comes. We say that with school situations, can't say it, too, and how we doing with that one, champ. Okay? Once again, you're pushing a narrative that really no one cares about. And the reason why JemeIe HiII is getting so much backlash is because there are a lot of people who are taking this seriously. Okay, Jamil, Tell the people in New York and California and Louisiana and New Jersey, tell them that they should care that that Trump and Robert Kraft are quote unquote buddies, and the fact that Robert Kraft went and got those masks on his own plane, okay, to help the people battle what is going on here, this situation. I want you to tell them that they should care about whether the person that got it is a supporter or a fan of Trump. They're going to tell you they don't care, okay? But this is the mindset of these woke Twitter activists. These people have been given leeway for the last couple of years. They have literally ran Twitter into the ground. They have literally tried to get people deplatformed and banned because they don't like their opinions, okay? Well, her opinion has pissed off a lot of people, whether they're on the right, the left, or the center, because people like this are all about dividing, and they're all about, having discourse, agents of chaos that these people are, Everything doesn't have to involve politics. The actions by the Krafts have absolutely nothing to do with any political affiliation. And believe it or not, it's acceptable, or used to be, to disagree with someone's political views, but still regard them as a decent person. She replies, when people say that, they act as if we're disagreeing about campaign finance. This is about life, death, right and wrong. I banged on the Dolphins owner for the same thing. Yeah, but that was two different situations. You got at the Dolphins owner because he was against his team taking a political stance that could cost him money. This situation with Robert Kraft is about Robert Kraft trying to help the people in his area. That's the difference, and that's why Jemele Hill is exactly where she is, and she's going to end up in more obscurity. No one cares about left-leaning ideology anymore. It's starting to wane. Women are turning against feminism and turning against social justice every single day because of the irrational, over-emotional behavior of these people who don't see the bigger picture. They just want to be upset all the time. All right, let's see. It does not matter who helps. At least they are helping, saving people while you sit behind your laptop talking mess. How about you pray and see what the Lord needs you to do? We all got to help each other no matter what. This is as bad as any reporter bringing up negative things someone's family member does when they do something great. Just let the good deed stand. This isn't the time to be divisive. Humanity is what we need more than anything right now. There isn't enough of it. And I bet a lot of these people are followers of Jemele Hill, who are looking at this like, are you kidding me? If you consider facts divisive, oh well. But maybe these owners and billionaires need to understand that just as their money can do a good deed, it can also cause irreparable damage. What damage? Making, young black men millionaires? Is that the damage that they're doing? Like, it's that you're not telling people how to fix the problem. You're just telling them about the problems. And then when they try to fix it, you still criticize them. Nothing that Robert Kraft could do was going to change Jemele Hill or some of these other people's mentality. Okay? Because one, they think that they're never wrong. And two, they're always looking for a battle to fight. Because these people are broken. This is why Jemele Hill isn't at ESPN. It isn't just what she was putting on Twitter. I think it was because of her behavior outside of the cameras. People portray a certain image of themselves, but we don't see everything that goes on. Like Michelle Beadle and the rest of them at ESPN that ESPN pushed out of the door. I don't care what anybody says. They can say that she got a buyout. No, she got fired. Okay. If they wanted her at ESPN, she would have stayed at ESPN, but they didn't want her there anymore. And she knew it. And they paid her off to make her go. If she wanted to leave ESPN, she wouldn't have took the money with her, but they paid her off because they wanted her gone. Robert Kraft doing this will literally save lives. You saw this beautiful act as an opportunity for you to attack him for supporting the President of the United States. That says a hell of a lot more about you than you realize, and not in a good way. Really vile thing to do. Thank you, Robert, for delivering 1.7 million N95 masks. Will save lives. Thank you. Let's see. This is guy again. Jamel, no one has been a bigger fan of you since the rip. Love everything you've done and continue to do, and I understand your point, but is it necessary right now? Let's all be uplifting. Damn. Yes, it's necessary. If we don't critically think about how we get here, we will be back here again. What are you talking about? This is like the DNC holding up the stimulus money because they want to put a bunch of that BS in there. This is the same thing. What you want to do is use these opportunities to further yourself and your ideology. And what people don't understand is, like her, is that at some point, people are going to get tired of this. People were tired of Jemele HiII at ESPN. They were tired of Michelle Beadle. They were tired of the feminist ideology that was permeating through that network, the social justice ideology that was permeating through that network. That's why they got rid of them. This is very irrational. It really is. And I know there's a lot of Jemele HiII stands, but are you going to stand by her in these comments? Because y'all going to say that we shouldn't care what she says, but there's a lot of websites that do. That's why they're writing about it. You know? And I want people to understand that the reason why we can't win as a society is that we're too busy trying to fight each other instead of coming together. Especially as Americans, we should be able to come together. I don't care how red, black, and green you are. At the end of the day, we all live in this country. A lot of us were born and raised here. If you don't want to be here, you can leave. But to sit here and to be overly critical in this time, listen, if you don't like the guy, you ain't got to like him. You think a lot of those people that work with Trump now like him? They probably don't. But they're looking at the bigger picture, because you may not care about lives being saved, but there are other people who do. They have empathy. And obviously, Jemele HiII has no empathy except for herself. That's the only empathy that she has. So I hate Donald Trump, but no need to remind me that a billionaire supports a Republican. Lots of people are friends with Donald Trump, including corporate Dems, for years before he lost his mind. They did a good thing. We should be encouraging this. See, I told you a lot of her followers are calling her out. So they need to understand that their money can cause irreparable damage. Good deeds do not offset structural inequity, and damn sure not abuse of power. The reason mass doesn't have supplies is because it's a blue state. That's wrong. All right, let's see. I dislike Trump, however, in the end, it will help save a life. Hashtag no politics. Nowhere did I say he shouldn't do it. Nowhere did I say the gesture wasn't needed. Politics aren't a game. Bad politics or bad policies ruin lives. Bad leadership, as we've seen, literally kills people. Okay. You are an enemy of the people. But this speaks for itself. And I want to say this too, because I know there's going to be people who are going to be angry. She uses as an opportunity to further put her name out here. The thing about it is, she gave Robert Kraft a backhanded compliment. She basically said, it's a good thing that you're doing this, but you have the scarlet letter. You're a friend of Trump. We don't care what you have to say. We don't care what you're doing for the people. We don't care how sincere you are. We still want to fight. We don't want peace. We want to go at it. And that's the mindset that is destroying this country. Everybody want to put everything on Trump, but we had this issue before he even stepped foot in the White House. Okay? These issues have been going on for a long time. And it's because a lot of us have been voting for a party that has done nothing for us. And we continue to do so. Not me, but a lot of y'all. Y'all look for every excuse in the book to continue to support a party that does nothing for you. Okay? And with the mindset of people like Jemele HiII, it will always keep us in the back of the bus. Okay? It would always keep us beholden to one party. It would always keep us under the boot of this structure that y'all claim is keeping us down. Well, let me tell you this. If you don't do something about this situation that's going on, we're going to be under the boot of that. And that's all of us.